At the start of every season, we get an outline, and for me, it's how can we possibly do this? This past season, we worked as hard as I think either of us have ever worked in our whole lives. So now we're tasked with, having done that, having to then top it again. Some of the things are just so audacious.
HBO's Game of Thrones has always been epic storytelling, but the 9th episode of Season 6, Battle of the Bastards, went to a whole new level with 2 enormous battles. We asked the chiefs of the show's Emmy-winning visual effects team, Steve Kolbach and Joe Bauer, to come in and talk about the show. They got here just after delivering the last shots for Season 6 and taking their first meeting about Season 7. There is this old thing in screenwriting that you want to write 1,000 Indians ride over the hill without having to consider that you might not be able to get 1,000 Indians. But this is a show where they're doing 1,000 Indians riding over the hill all the time. It's a dragon, or it's White Walkers, or it's vast armies.
I think for season 6, I think episode 9 is shocking in its audacity, and then shocking even to me that we pulled it off.
The size of the battles, we have 2 major battles in episode 9. I'll go back there because that was the most rule-breaking.
I think aerial shots of Danny piloting the dragon. You know, you're looking up at her and the camera comes up and over. I think that shot just blows my mind from the second you prevised it.
You know, there is no Marine, of course, but we have to fly over it and see it in great detail. And it's being attacked by, 1,000 slaver warships with big, trebuchets or catapults on the front, firing these big flaming projectiles, exploding the city. And she and 2 other dragons are flying over that, just barely over the tops of these things as the city's blowing up and burning underneath them, and then she starts attacking the warship. That's big stuff.
There's a shot in the Battle of the Bastards that we affectionately call the Oneer, where Jon Snow is left in the middle of this battle looking like a guy who just got dropped in the middle of a highway dodging cars. And when they actually hit each other and go flying and impale horses, which obviously you can't do, and so we relied on CG up close and personal in a way that I beforehand didn't think we could pull off. But this stuff is happening right in front of the lens, literally feet from it, and it gets pulled off in such an astounding way. In the Battle of the Bastards, it's probably the same 250 extras in different makeup and costumes playing on the one side one day and then on the other side the other.
Go! Go! Follow your commander!
What do you think of the visual effects team?
Oh, well, I mean,
professionally or as people?
They're the best in the world. Steve Kolbauer has been with us in season 2.
Kolbach.
Sorry. Steve Kolbach and Joe Bauer.
In emails, we call them Kolbauer. We marry them like Brangelina.
Season 1, it was before we worked with Steve and Joe, and we would always want more, and we were always told, you can't do that, it's not going to work.
Can you say no? Who knew? Our goal is never to leave anyone saying, gee, I wish we could have done this.
Shots get better and better every year. I can't imagine working in different teams.
They've certainly matured. They've gotten much
physically,
older. Yes, I mean, they both look 90.
Our goal is always to say yes, no matter what the question is. We want to live up to the words that Dan and David and the other writers are coming up with. Sometimes they're more ambitious than we could ever imagine.
What in this season has been harder than it looked?
Danny riding the dragon. We were able to shoot her on a stage, but the buck that she sits on, which duplicates part of Drogon's back, it had hydraulics. We had the largest motion control camera crane in the world on stage because the moves that we needed to do were so big.
Whenever the dragons need to breathe fire, we have a flamethrower mounted on a robotically controlled camera that blasts fire. How the air behaves and the smoke that moves through the air, all of that goes a long way to helping to sell the other parts of the frame that may not be captured by real photography. We have an enormous amount of trust and faith on the part of the producers and HBO, and until we totally screw that up, then we'll be able to continue.
That's it. If our first grand idea had failed,
that's it. Then you're done.
Please share this video, click like, and tell us what you think in the comments. We love making these Artisans videos, and your shares, likes, and comments help us keep on making them. To see more on Game of Thrones, click on the box on the left to see production designer Deborah Riley on Westeros' remarkable keeps, castles, and vistas. For more on visual effects, click on the box on the right to see how the artist behind Black Sails recreated 18th century Charleston. To never miss an Artisans video, click on the subscribe button. That'll sign you up for the Variety channel. There's a new Artisans video every week, so come back soon. Thanks for watching.